What's up, guys? What's up? Mic check, mic check. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, my guys. It is NBA. It is my favorite to talk about. Luckily, we have the projections from True DFS that you guys can access with the premium membership. Hopefully, you guys can hear me loud and clear today. Um, I got a lot of screens going. I got news on this right screen here. I was actually going to try to pull something up for you, but I can't find it. Let's get it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, my guys. What's up? What's up? I was actually gonna pull something up pretty cool, but I can't find it. Um, yeah. Oh, here it is. NBA, NBA, NBA. This is my. I might have it. I might have it. I might have it. Oh, Nikes. I do have it. Do you guys see it on my screen? You guys see this? Right? Everyone sees this, right? Maybe not. Let's window. I want to screen share the window. There we go. Yep. I fixed it and boom, here we are. So, many new people might not know. What's up, guys? A lot of new people in here. So many people don't know that I actually chopped a Millie Maker one time. This was in 2020 COVID year, December 22, start of the year for NBA. I believe that was the year, December 22nd of 20. I chopped a Millie Maker with this lineup. Right? Why did it just do that? Where'd the hell did the lineup go? So this was pretty cool. It's a Millie Maker. Look how many entries there is in this bad boy. I got first, right? So I want you guys to know that I actually do pretty good at NBA. And if you didn't think I did good in NBA, check this out. The same night, I chopped this for 100,000. Smoked everybody by 6 points. It's called the Slam. It was like a 222. I think I had like 4 entries in this, but I took it down. Opening night, I won 150,000. Still one of my best nights, but we got to get stuff. We got to get popping. 14, hit the like button just because I wanted to show you guys off that one of a big NBA. I had some 50K hits. I had some other hits since then. I've been in a live final NBA at Nashville. That was awesome. That same year, 22, I made the NBA. I couldn't get it in 21 or 20. I hit that in 20. I couldn't get the live final in 21. It was a shortened season. I made it in 22 to Nashville, though. It was really fun. It was a really good time. So yeah, let's get to the slate here. We got a lot of different, things going on, some big names, some solid value. I'm going to sort by Goldie's projection and probably, I made a couple changes here. I don't know why it's doing this wonky stuff. Oh, because I built lineups. Let's just do a different build. Yeah, let's do that. All right, so I can sort by projection without people fading away and stuff. So what's up, guys? Welcome in, welcome in. So I should be showing you guys. You guys should see the projections and everything. Should be, yeah, okay. I wish it didn't show all this other crap. It didn't do that earlier. Let me do something different. Sorry. Boom. This is just a window, so it's got no extra thing of bobbers. All right, here we go. So we got this. I actually built some lineups using the Sims. So we like to build using the Sims and everything. We got some really good games. We got some high totals. This Pacers game with Halliburton and Trae Young's pretty good. We like this Lakers team a lot. We got Horton Tucker. Is a good pick. I think Joel Embiid's a good pick at lower ownership today. He's actually projecting pretty good in the Goldies projections too. He's a little under Saberson projection, so the industry might be a little lower on him. I think that's why his ownership's down a little bit versus some of these other guys. But I mean, his price is up there a lot. But I really like his price or his play. Um, you got I got a list of Tucker, Reeves, Johnson, some of these cheap guys in these other games. Trey Young, I really like a lot today. He averages like 2.2 points more at home and like almost a half an assist more at home. So his stats are a lot better at home, and they're playing at home today with a really high total. And I like the run back with Halliburton. It's a really small slate of 5 games, but you have to remember the ownerships are going to look a little funky when you run lineups because some of these guys are going to be like 12 to 15% owned. But remember, that's a pretty lower ownership based on the 5 game slate. But like Embiid can break the slate at 10% ownership and stuff like that. I'm just kind of giving some regular game theory. Bogdan and Bay in the same lineup. Yeah, I mean, Bay's 4,600. Bogdan's 5,600, multiple positions. Yeah, I don't think they take too much away from each other, and they're cheap. I think let's see if we get any. I ran some lineups. Let's look at some of the lineups with the contest sims of the MME, the $15 MME I did. Yeah, so let's see. We get Capella and some Johnson's the one we're getting a little bit more power forward here. Bay, Capella, Trey Young. We're getting a lot. So lower owned guys are maybe like Nurkic, some of these builds. I'll see if we get any Bay or Suggs. Reeves, we talked about. LeBron, Tucker. Those are a lot of guys are popular. Cam Reddish is getting a little bit of ownership, but he's pretty cheap. A lot of cheaper value guys you can fit with a stud. You get Trey Young and play LeBron together. I really like that lineup right there. I'm going to be entering one in a single entry build today as well. So yeah, some of these are kind of higher ownership for this contest, but you got to remember the game is going to be 5 games, so there's not a lot of options. This one's Turner, Bay right here, and Capella together. They don't mind. This one's Bay, Hunter, and Capella. I'm not seeing any Bogdan together in these builds so far, but I don't mind it. I think you can see that they're stacking a lot in this game. Atlanta and I would do a run back though. I kind of like a run back. Like I like Halliburton in this game. A little bit. Let's just go back to this. I like to keep my stuff separated. Halliburton at 10-4 is another stud you could pay up if you wanted to turn. Like they had Miles Turner and some stuff. I like that. A little bit less ownership on these guys, but the totals are fine. I think I would go here. You got Mathurin in one at 5,300. He's a decent play, I think. Another guy that we didn't mention is in this game. We got Okawa. I suck at names, guys. You'll know that. What's up, K9? Popping off. Don't forget to hit that like button. I suck at names. But yeah, Bobby and Cheats aren't here tonight. Projections are updated. We got Goldie's projections in here, which is nice. Showing some good ownerships. These Atlanta guys are going to be a little bit more chalky than everybody else, but a very good game total. I like stacking games. I usually do stacks. I kind of like Joel Embiid in this game as well. As a lower ownership play. Cleveland's got some lower owned guys, Harris LeVert's priced up you could get to. Where the hell are the minutes at here? I don't have my stuff sorted very well. That's for damn sure. Well, I have another chart over here that I like to use. Sorted by RGV. Trey Young comes out the best. All right, I'm on the wrong game. Cleveland. Where is Cleveland? Cleveland's got a really low total tonight. But Garland looks pretty good for price of 7,600 and Mobley. Those two guys are getting a lot more usage too. A lot of points are ownership's a little higher. You can go Jared Allen at 6K. I like that as a center, double center build. I'm liking the double center builds, but I'm liking some guys from Utah as well. And my builds over here on the side. Markkanen's projecting really well, 8,400, I think, against that Lakers, which I really like. Not too bad of ownership on him either. He's showing about 29%. Yeah, 21 here. Okay. So the aggregate's pretty high on him. Like that. Let's see what else we got. Let me go back to Utah. Utah's in a good game. I like stacking the Utah Lakers game, and I kind of like the Atlanta Pacers game, which obviously the higher totals. But I'll play pieces. I'll play pieces in these other lower games. We talked about Joel Embiid at first. We'll get to like our Bills are showing some Suggs and some other pieces from the Toronto game as well. So you're going to want to try to fit some of those low end pieces in your lineup. Tucker is a really popular play today at 4,600 for the Jazz as well, getting a lot of ownership. He's going to be probably one of the chalkier guys on the slate. He grades out pretty well though. So, if I take off this filter and like he's up here with a lot of these other guys, for total. So he's just a really good value play. You click value, sort by that. Where the hell did he go? Oh, right here, 4,600. 4.93. But I mean, you can see there's a lot of other guys like Joel Embiid's up here, even with his price tag, he's showing quite a bit in lower ownership. I really like that Joel Embiid play today as well. And I don't mind running it back with someone on the Cleveland side. Little mini game stack there. Throw in your QQs. Oh, Nugent, man, asking the tough questions right off the rip. Usually when I play NBA, like correlate like games, I usually like you got to remember like if Lakers like are gonna get there right, like this game's gonna score a lot, like LeBron's gonna get usage or Anthony Davis is gonna score a lot of points, then usually you want it to be a competitive game. So usually I like to run it back on the other side with somebody. Like a lot of people run 3+2s, or like I've even seen like heavy like 5-2s or 5-3 all in on one game type thing. Like it's been crazy stuff in the past that I've seen that take down lineups just because sometimes you get a ton of value from one team where both studs are out and it's like 5 guys at 4K or something. They're playing starters minutes and like you just load up the game. But we don't really have a ton of that tonight. So like I think a balanced build approach is kind of okay, but we have a lot of cheaper guys like Cabela 5.7's getting good value. So like you can fit these studs in there, like they're getting LeBron in these lineups and like Joel Embiid. Like I kind of like lock him in and build a couple with him in there. Run it back with Garland on the other side. 7,600, he's actually grading out pretty good for value. So run him back with Garland or something, and then try to fit some of these other guys. Like I like Halliburton in this Atlanta game. I gave some stats on Trae Young. He's like one of the top plays on the slate, I think. He's got great value for his 9-1 price. He averages better score at home, more points per game, more assists per game at home. Game stack Atlanta, Indy, good night. Yeah, for sure. Like Halliburton, like you can play a 3+2 out of that game, get some lower pieces from the other game. I don't mind. Sims are getting us a lot of this right now. I have the sim builds over here on this other side. Yeah, it pulls up the players. I just want to see my lineups that I've been building. So you can see that I build 20 lineups, a lot of Hawks, a lot of Lakers. So these are the popular teams. I would say run it back with a little bit more. This one's like a Lakers Hawks build with one run back and the Horton Tucker for the Lakers there. But like I like to correlate them a little bit more, but like maybe they're expecting a little bit more of a blowout here. And they're obviously not expecting a blowout. Maybe not a blowout here, but like this is a 6-point game, so maybe more of a blowout. Obviously, the Suns are more of a blowout, so you got to worry about them not playing the fourth quarter, right? So they're not going to get any points. They're not going to get their extra full run of minutes. So that's why you're not seeing a lot of these guys project well. But like, so if you were going to play a Phoenix Sun stack, for example, which I mean you can. I mean, there's like no reason you don't. So like you go to the Phoenix Suns and say who's projecting well. You got Nurkic, which we're getting in some builds. He's not that even high owned, and he's going to get rebounds and a lot of boards. Like he could go double easily, get a ton of work, score a bunch of points. At his price, he's a great value play. And you're projecting higher. You got Durant, you got Booker. They're a little bit priced up, but if they're going to blow this team out, truly, they're going to probably score 40, 50 points. Regular points. Maybe they get rebounds and assists, a couple blocks or steals. They got a 60-point fantasy game, 70-point fantasy game is always the upside on these guys. So you got to remember that even though people aren't playing them, look at the ownership on these guys, right? It's five games. There's no way. There's a possibility that Kevin Durant or Booker comes out and plays well. Shooting guard based by position looks a little wonky sometimes. Like you got Halliburton and Young, but Booker's like kind of the odd man out. So like you can stack him up. Halliburton, I like his ownership though. I think he's really projecting well for that ownership but he's priced up. So if you can drop down and fit, one of these other guys in, that's probably better. Or even play a little bit of Garland. he's better off, But like, let's look at Durant, small forward, right? Power forward, Durant, or power forward. You got LeBron and him, but LeBron can play small forward if you need to. But you got Market in there, you got Mobley, and it kind of drops off, right? Like you got a few good players here, and then like Jalen Johnson, some value guys are coming from this Atlanta game. Bay, Hunter, guys have you mentioned in that Atlanta stack. So you're gonna want to play them there, but that just means if everyone's playing these cheap guys and spending up at guard on Trae Young, or they're spending up on LeBron, or a different stud like Embiid, maybe that kind of leaves Durant left out here, and that's why his ownership's low. So spending up at power forward might be a better option, and then taking a cheap guy somewhere else and not spending up on Embiid at 11-2, but he is low owned, so it's not a bad spend. Or Davis in that Utah game, marketing we really like too. Miles Turner's cheap. We got Jared Allen, which we liked as a run back in the Philly game. But I don't think I like the double center of the same team, opposite teams as much. I don't mind Capella at 5,700. I think he's a guy you're going to want to get in your lineups. Run it back Halliburton or something if you're stacking this Phoenix game or getting a different. Okaji we talked about as well is cheap, getting good projection. I don't have the minutes showing up on here for crap, but he's expected about 22 minutes. It looks like Bay's 27. Bogdan, but Trae Young and Jalen Johnson are probably the better plays. It's getting pretty thin if you start grabbing some of those other Atlanta cheapos, but they're actually popping up at the optimal because they're just so cheap. You're getting like Hunter, you're getting Reeves, Okaji, Jalen Johnson, Wagner, Tucker, Young, kind of like a cash build. So yeah, similar to that. So yeah, these are the projections of the game. We built some lineups for you. I usually don't go game by game. I usually just kind of go by play, like the plays I'm on. The game I'm going to build a one lineup here in a second, doing some high end single entry stuff. I'm trying to look at lineups that I had. These are some lineups that I generated using content sims based on this setting that we got for I did the sims with of the big contest tonight, the 100K. And then these are some of the lineups that we're generating. You even got Olynyk here in the Jazz at 5,000 at 1%. He's kind of one of the lower guys I've seen. Allen for the Suns here in that blowout game could get a little bit more run. Let's see what he's expecting for minutes. Grayson Allen, about 30 minutes potentially. Doesn't have a very good value to his price. I don't know why, though. It's not a bad price. So, yeah. You got to remember the slate's kind of smaller, so you got to take that with a grain of salt a little bit. Just 5 games, these ownership's going to look high, but this could be a low in play, at 16%, so someone's going to take something down with one of these wonky plays. Let's look at that Raptors game. I didn't look at anybody from the Raptors game. Sorry, I'm bouncing around builds right now. It's easier to do that way. Siakam, 8,200. Let's look at their prices by projection. Some higher value score, maybe Podol. I don't mind him at center util. Obviously double center. That's a pretty good price for him against Orlando. Doesn't mind that. Let's see what kind of minutes he's supposed to be getting. 27. Actually, 5,900. He's grading out pretty good to me. Nobody's really grading out good in this game. This whole game is kind of forgotten about. But like for that price tag, like for this ownership, if he's your one guy that you're hoping to get stack these other games and then play like a one-off like that, I don't mind. Especially you're gonna have to get different because you're gonna have to not play one of these cheap centers. You're gonna have to not play, I would play like Halliburton, Trae Young, and then like Podol and get different at the center position. So like center, you can get different by playing one of those guys that are lower owned down here. Capella's chalky, doesn't even project that well, but Nurkic is good at lower ownership. Some of these other guys, a lot of lower ownership at center because you got some of these really heavy chalk. Moritz Wagner's kind of cheap. You got Jalen Smith here. He's getting a little bit of love. Yeah, so I don't mind playing Podol right here at 5,900 at lower ownership. projected pretty good minutes. So welcome in, guys. 22 watching. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe if you're not. I'm sure you're all subscribed because you came to the show. Bobby and Sheets are gone, so you're going to hear my spiel about, hey, check us out at True for all the plays and stuff. I'm kind of giving out my insight on NBA. I don't focus hard on NBA when I'm playing NFL because I have a family, I have a lot going on. So, like, it's really hard for me when I was really heavy into DFS 24/7. It was really tough for me. I came home from my day job. I went to DFS and I just grinded out. I'd never even see my kids like 7:30. And still I miss plays because you have to stay up to date on the news. Speaking of that, we should check the news. Looks like I just got some starting lineups. I don't have any crazy injury news we're waiting on. Probable here. Van Fleet starting. Sengun on Monday. Probably should look at a little bit of those guys on the. Is this right? Rockets will start being. That's yesterday. We haven't got any news today. Oh, second comment. The only news we got is the starting lineups for the Magic. I was like, the second comment's freaking yesterday's. So yeah, we don't have much injury news today. So pop in any questions. Caleb Porter Jr. or Donovan Mitchell out again. Ooh, well, let's see. Let's check out his projection. I got a few different sources of information. I built some stuff on this right screen. So if you see me looking to the right, this kind of gives me my clue. I do like stacking some of the Cleveland game. I'm more into Mobley, a difference on the power forward positions we talk, being those lower chalky guys. So a lot of times I'll take my build and kind of flip it. Like if there's like a bunch of chalky, cheap power forwards, small forwards, I'll spend up to Durant's. I'll spend up to Embiid's if there's center position cheap. You know, I'll play maybe one cheap center, double center, and then expensive center. I've even when a bunch of chalky cheap centers are chalky, I'll double spend at center. I've played Jokic and Embiid before. Has worked out great. 270 bombs. You're gonna need those when your 4K guy scored 12 points. I mean, that's decent for him, but you're missing out on 60 fantasy points because Jokic has 72, So you got to remember that when you're doing those kind of builds, So you liked Craig Porter Jr., right? Caleb Porter? It's Craig, right? Okay. 14 minutes, a projection at 3.8, guard position, getting about 3% ownership. He's viable. MME, I'd say. Dropped 37 and 25 the last couple games. Yeah, I kind of don't mind that. Getting more than the 15, 24 minutes last time. He's only projected for 14 minutes, though. LeVert out. Okay, so I knew we were waiting on something. Oh, man. Yeah, okay, questionable. That was one guy we had questionable. Now it changes things. That's a huge piece of news today. Karis LeVert out, just got 21 seconds ago. I was wondering why we haven't had any updates. It's 6:30 and we got games at 7. I'm wondering why we didn't have any updates on any news yet. We had a couple questionable tags here. So that probably changes everything. Let's see, 6:20 was the last refresh, though, so it's not terrible. I probably won't have this update in for a minute. So yeah, let's evaluate that. LeVert's expected 32 minutes, so that's really going to bump that Craig Porter guy up. Yeah, Porter season, I would say that Caleb Porter Jr. is going to be kind of like almost, Bobby don't like to say lock, but he's almost a lock. It'll probably be in my lineup. We'll have to wait to SaberSim updates the projections here. I don't know if Goldie's putting out another projection update. We did get one at 6:20 here. It's pretty recent. NBA, but you want to wait till about 6:40. There should be another one popping in. And then we can look at this Craig Porter projection, see actually how much value. His value score should be up around 5-something. He'll probably get a minutes bump. I don't know why I don't have the minutes in here. Where the hell? I must have them somewhere. I do. I have them somewhere. I am clearly blind. Random freaking spot. There we go. I didn't see it earlier. I might have to move it over a little bit. So the minutes expectation for Craig Porter was about Looking like 17 Sabres got him. I had him at 14, which on my other sheet here, but I think the 17 is more accurate, and it's probably going to be around 30, I would say. This one, so definitely get some of him. And I'm telling you right now, guys, I kind of liked that anyways. Like I say, let's go back to my other one here. This is where I did the contest sim build with the fadeaway. I kind of think we're gonna want to look at point guard here, and we're gonna want to grab this Porter. Let's lock him in. And then let's lock in wrong button. Embiid as a kind of the run back in that game and apply. Yeah, I shouldn't lock him in. I should just pick lineups with him, not the lock button. And then go back to the point guard and then pick lineups with Porter. Yeah, we don't have a good enough projection. I'm not getting any lineups with Porter in them yet. Interesting. Well, that sucks. We need to wait for an update, probably. So what I like to do is I would put like a min exposure, maybe like say 60%. And then I go to Porter. This guy's like a lock. And then build some lineups here. Oh, I'm already in the build. What? No. Build lineups. Yeah. Thought I had this all set up. Eubanks might be sneaky with Suns blow up. Yeah, let me look at my other screen. I'm doing too much on one screen. I'm going to have to get going quick, though, because I got to build my last line, but I'm kind of building it right now. Eubanks at center, 18 minutes, projection, 10% ownership projection, 4-1. I don't mind that. That's a viable, cheap option to run. We talked about playing a guy like that in that game. I almost just prefer Durant at the 13% ownership, guys. Like 13% ownership, prefer Durant. If you're gonna target that game. But yeah. So yeah. Interesting. My wife should have left already. My kid's crying, so I got a lot of issues upstairs. Yeah, so that's not good. So yeah, any love from McConnell as well, thinking of spending on Booker, Durant, LeBron, and just fading on the high price Hawks and Pacers. And that's viable. I mentioned Booker, Durant, and LeBron. Let's see what McConnell is. 13-minute projection, like under 1%. I mean, large field for sure. Definitely large field. I wouldn't try that single entry maybe. Let's see if I find any cheaper values I can get you. Yeah, there's not that cheap of values though. Like Oguchi at 4.7, Tucker at 4.6, 4.3 is kind of a stretch. He's not grading out well. Jalen Smith for Indy at center at 4.2, getting a little love maybe. 4-1 Drew Eubanks. So you can get some pieces around him, but Connell's not projecting that well, I would say. So yeah. So yeah, it's rough out there. Cam Reddish at 4.8. 4.5 Rui. So you're getting some different builds here. I thought I would be getting some Embiid, but here we go. Where'd he go? Porter and Embiid right here, a bunch of him now. So I like grabbing him. See, that's that 5 build I was telling you about. All the value guys. See that? Value guys and then and Trae Young and stuff. Yeah. So that's what that is about. Here's some Suns with Mobley, Porter, which I don't mind that. I would probably get off of LeBron and put Embiid here. I kind of like Embiid, and then you could run Nurkic as well in that other game, and then or Eubanks, and then you kind of have a little build. I like the Embiid play with Porter today. Tucker right here. I like this build. Trae Young, Bay, Johnson. I know people talked about who's the other guy you mentioned with Bay, Bogdan in here instead maybe. Yeah, this guy's another cheap guy, 4,100. I've seen popping. Ochi Ajiba. I suck at names. Just kind of figuring out some of these lineups. I like Embiid, Trae Young here with Porter. Porter's another cheap guy now, so we can kind of use him as a cheap piece. Jared Allen, Porter, LeBron, Cam. No run back in that game with the Philly. A lot of Hawks we're getting. A lot of chalk Hawks. All right, guys, that's going to probably conclude it for me. Don't forget to hit the like button on the way out. I appreciate everyone for being here tonight. Sorry I was all over the place with lineups, with builds, with players. I don't ever have any consistency when I talk NBA. It's just kind of seeing what fits. We're kind of taking a puzzle and putting it together, right? So we're looking at the entire slate. I don't leave anyone out. I usually don't play these crap players, though. So you won't see me with like low, super terrible projections in play. I'm probably filtering somebody here, it seems. Oh, no, I'm on point guard only. But, so, you see that, I kind of make sure I let everyone kind of filter in. Like if I was running a build of 150, I would X out guys like this guy, like, whatever guys you want to X out. Like maybe you don't want Grady Dick. Just happen to fall on Grady Dick. So Max Christie, maybe you don't want to play him tonight as 1 point. You X out all those guys, you create your pool, and then you kind of run your builds, get your exposures, use your contest sims, and see what you get kicking out. So I'm going to build my lineup. I got 20 minutes to get it done. I'm probably going to do the Embiid Porter, and I'm probably going to play some of these games. Probably have Tucker in there. He seems to be a pretty good play. Porter, I really like now, is a good play. I don't know when the last update was. See if there was one. See if Porter projects a little bit better. I'd rather do it on one I didn't build. Yeah, man. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate it for hanging out. And Porter's seeing still only a 14 projection. I don't think anybody's updated him yet. That seems a little odd. Still only got 620. Oh, wait. Never mind. Goldie's not updated, so I'd have to run SaberSim if I wanted to use the build. I was using Goldie's projections. It's probably not accurate. Yeah, see, Craig's getting a 21 projection now. So that's definitely a play we're going to want on our teams. Garland, guys, for what it's worth, quick, Garland also Grady Dick. Yeah, what's up, Jolly? Yeah, for what it's worth, Garland got a pretty big bump too. Just letting you guys know on his value score. He must have got like 3 more minutes at least. He's almost up to 40 minutes now for the team with no LeVert in there. You got Porter's up 7 minutes to 21, and I think he probably gets 25 for what it's worth. And yeah, there's only a few other. Sam Merrill's there. So shooting guard maybe gets a little bit more run. Max Strus is going to get a lot of minutes, lower ownership too. 50. He's 6,200. Those a little pricey. But I kind of like using somebody in that game. I really do. But I mean, if Strus does get that 38 minutes, so he dropped 42 at that price a few games ago at that minute at those minutes, so it's viable. I like the Porter play. I like stacking that game a little bit more now. I don't know if I'm going to get on Philly as much though. But remember, if you play that game, expect it to be close, and hopefully it goes over the total. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get to building one, and you, as always, know, hit the like button on the way out. Thanks for hanging out. Check out TrueDFS. Subscribe, sign up, get the projections. We got it all going on here. All sports. You guys get all sports, right? all the freaking sports. Other sites are now selling individual sports, and you got to pay $100 for this one, $100 for that one, $100 for this one, $100 for that one, $100, and then if you want Sims, another 100 on top. It's like $500 a month. I don't know what they're thinking, but yeah, we got all the stuff. I'm hilarious to watch. I know I should be on more videos. I should just do videos. I do a lot of videos for the True, and I do a lot of videos for my other pages too. So, yeah, thanks, Jai, for hanging out. I'll talk to you guys later. And if you guys are in the Discord, premium Discord, hit me up if you got questions in there. I don't see any questions popping in. I got it pulled up, and I'm gonna be building lines for the next 20 minutes and watch them throughout the night. So, as always, guys, let's get it in. Good luck.